All right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing you your new moon horoscope for Wednesday, the 22nd of April, 2020. We've got that new moon happening in the sign of Taurus at 3 degrees. It's happening at 10:27 p.m. I'll show you the chart here. 10:27 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. All right. And we're going to have this moon sun conjunction, new moon square to Saturn. All right. This new moon conjunct Uranus. Okay. Just 3 degrees away. 624, 324, 324. And just 2 degrees off of Saturn. All right. Now, early in the morning, before we get to this new moon goodness happening at the evening, all right, we're going to have the moon still in the sign of Aries for a good chunk of our day. We'll go back here a couple hours. All right. And early in our day, we have the moon square to Pluto and then square to Jupiter, okay? What this is telling us, there's an emotional need, okay? In Aries, we have to think about ourselves. We have to think about our survival. We have to think about our instincts. Now, Pluto here is saying we need to change something about ourselves. And Jupiter is saying, let's expand upon it. Pluto says change, make new. Let's expand upon that new thing that we're changing. Let's make it concrete, says Saturn. Okay, these are all little ducks in a row. All right. So something can be as simple as, how are we starting our morning routine? You know, since this is happening so early for many of us, how are we starting our morning routine? Are we immediately opening our eyes, looking at our phone, checking social media, checking CNN, checking the news reports? Or is it taking time for oneself, right? Sun or moon in Aries. Self. This is about self first, right? Taking that moment for me time. Me time, right? So it's saying, you know, can we change how our morning routine starts? Is there a better way to start a routine? Can we, right, Chiron square to the nodes, can we let go of something that we're used to? We're used to this every single day, right? I'm used to eating ice cream every single night before I go to bed. Eventually I will get an illness, all right, from doing this. Although I'm used to this routine and it's comfortable, okay, North Node down in Cancer. This little aspect going on to Neptune here, your dreams, well, if you're dreaming on living a well, prosperous life, right, what do we have to let go of? Letting go of something. All right, so starting off the day with change, okay, there's great change. Reevaluating our routine, our structure, how we're disciplining our daily lives. Because what are we going after here? A new beginning. Now this new beginning, okay, so we got a good chunk of the day to, now the moon moves into Taurus, right, exalted. So this exalted new moon, all right. Oop, I went too far. There we go. Exalted new moon. Why? Because the moon is stable in Taurus. Taurus is about what? Taurus is about my finances, my income, my savings account, my growth savings account. This is about my things, right? This is about being stable in my foundation. All right? We got to have a stable foundation. Otherwise, we topple over. So we need to make sure that we are secure. Our securities, our finances, our income, our home, right? Again, our personal possessions. Now, with this loosely square to Jupiter here and definitely square to Saturn, the authority, the law, we can have something from the outside hindering us, hindering this new moon. That's why this new moon is beautiful growth, because we have this outside energy squeezing and constricting, okay? Squeezing and constricting, that's Saturn's job. Now, Uranus's job is the release, all right? So it's like we have this new moon, this new beginning in our sign of finances, income. How do we maintain a secure and stable future? If half, maybe 3/4 of our economy worldwide is shut down and 1/4 of it is still alive and working, you know, 1/4 of people are probably still working right now. Hopefully this all ends soon. However, we have to make sure that ourselves, that we're one, staying mentally sharp. Mercury over there in Aries, we're mentally sharp between the ears, that we have drive and passion in our lives, that this passion lives in our heart, right? That there is self-motivation, Mercury and Aries, self. That we have this self-motivation to do things, to make things happen, all right? We have Mars over there in Aquarius saying, like, we have to be focused on the future. We have to think about the big picture and put on our conductor's hat or our director's hat and see how all these pieces fit into a puzzle. And maybe that's a different hat than we've been wearing in the past, right? So it's like we're being asked, being called out to try something different, to try something new, to make changes in our lives, basically, to make sure that we can withstand whatever is coming in the future, right? We have to really be thinking about the big picture here. So this new moon, new beginning, about finances. How are we securely creating structure in our lives to have a stable foundation, to have a stable source of income, right? Now this energy is going to be going through the whole month, right? As the sun is just entering into Taurus, and then connecting with Uranus here in a couple of days, we might have this breakthrough in a couple of days. It might not be today. We might have the aha moment, the more that the sun and the moon get away from Saturn, because Saturn's job is to squeeze, to pinch, and to say, are we getting every drop of juice out of this? Are we, it's an insane amount of pressure that's being put on us, and again, from an outside source. Sometimes when we're limited on our funds, sometimes when we're limited on what we have to cook with, is when we make our most creative meals, right? Our most creative dishes. Sometimes when we're limited to the crayons that we're using or the paints that we have, we come up with our most creative way of doing something. So we can look at this lack of abundance on one hand, this lack of something on another, this authority that's coming in over top of us, that in a sense that we can feel overwhelmed by, we can feel weakened by, we can feel threatened by, we can feel abandoned by, we can feel very insecure by this moon, sun square to Saturn. There's this big new future rolling in, and I don't know what's in store for us. I don't know if humanity's ever going to get back to normal. I don't know. There's a lot of question marks in the sky. What is this authority figure going to say, going to do? How is it going to change my life? Well, we are the foundation of our own lives. You are the foundation of your own life. I am the foundation of my life. And if I want to be secure and have stable income, stable environment to live in, to play in, whatever it may be. Again, we're talking about my kingdom, my money, my finances, my things, my material goods. And again, some of us might have to change our lifestyle. Some people have a huge yard to go run around and play in. Some people live in apartments. Some people live close to a park. Some people live far away from a park. Some people have an inch of grass. Some people have a ton of grass. Everybody's in a different boat right now, but being thankful for everything that we do have and sustaining that joy. That's a huge, huge calling right now in this for us, is sustaining our joy with what we do have. This happens to every generation, or every, there's not 100 years that goes by that we don't have something like this. Some sort of pandemic, some sort of extreme thing, a war, or a war on humanity like we're dealing with right now, which is in the form of a virus. Everyone gets this. It's like every time, everybody gets something like this. What are we choosing to do with ourselves? Are we choosing to wake up and say, yes, I'm going to create something of my life. Yes, I'm going to create something with my time that I have an abundance of. Some of us have an abundance of. Not everybody has the day off work right now. And if you do, if you are still working, that's amazing. Thank you. Thank you to you out there that's still maintaining and upholding these jobs. So hopefully life goes back to normal pretty soon here. So either way, new moon, new beginning, re-looking at our finances, really looking at how we can stay stable. How can we stay sturdy during the times of fluctuation, right? When the moon's in Taurus, it's stable, calm waters, all right? The ocean waves are crazy, but beneath the ocean waves is beautiful, still life and peace, still waters and peacefulness. All right. So it's not getting caught up in the waves that happen. It's being still and stable. Financially, emotionally, mentally, sharp and stable. Right. So happy new mooning, my friends. You have a wonderful day. As always, thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll see you tomorrow.